I think it's going to be wet at times today.
Yeah.
There will be some dry hours as well, but the bigger change is the fact that it's going to be so much cooler than yesterday. I mean, we got up to 84.
That's beautiful.
So
nice.
yeah.
Beautiful.
And as of 4:20 on this Friday morning, we've already achieved our high of 66. That happened around midnight, and those numbers are only continuing to drop as a cold front is moving through the state right now. Not a lot of moisture to go along with that as we speak. We've had some spotty showers tracking through the state. But what's going on here is as this rain moves in, it's interacting with a very dry atmosphere that's kind of cutting up that moisture source. So that's why this has been so spotty so far today. I do anticipate that moisture to kind of take over the next few hours. So that does mean the rain is expected to become a little bit more widespread as we get into our morning, perhaps into the afternoon. That's because we're watching what's developing still down to our south, and there's still a pretty decent conveyor belt of moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, kind of feeding this line of showers and isolated storms out there. So we're not expecting this to become one of those stormy kind of days, but it will be wet at times, so want you to be prepared for that. As well as a change in your wardrobe. We're down to 60 here in Indy right now. Still on the warm side of this weather system. Louisville's at 65, but this is what's in our near future. 47 up in Chicago. That cooler air is what's taking over for us this morning. So I'm anticipating over the next few hours the rain to become more widespread and that temperature to continue to drop. We'll be down near 50 by the 9 o'clock hour, and I see us getting back into the upper 40s before we start a slight warming trend later today. 48 during the 10 o'clock hour, and then as we go through the afternoon, we'll see a slight recovery, but not by much, around 57, and that's going to be our afternoon forecast high for today. As far as the rain chances go, this is the latest timeline. Showers are going to start to pick up in coverage area between about now and 9 o'clock in the morning when we see that cooler air settle in, and then we get a little dry time. This is around 2 o'clock this afternoon. This is that window of opportunity out at the Motor Speedway. We could see some dry hours here, but then as this whole system lifts back northward, we'll see that rain building back in. This is around 6 o'clock tonight, and then eventually rain will push its way out. This is around midnight, so we're still going to be hanging on to this system very late tonight before this all clears out during the overnight hours, and that puts us into the first part of the day on Saturday. Now, it will be cooler tomorrow, still looking at those highs, only going to be in the low to mid 50s depending on where you are, and it's not going to be one of those all-day washouts tomorrow. I am watching for the potential of a spotty rain shower tomorrow afternoon. That's going to be about it, though. Lots of dry time to get the weekend started. We just need to prepare for that cooler air. 48, as good as we do on Sunday for a high. And we've got more slightly seasonal temperatures, mostly sunny, 55 on Monday, and then we're back into the low 60s as we head into next week.